Okay, welcome to our series on classic fishing rods. So today I'm just going to show you this Milwards companion. So this is essentially a spinning rod. It could have been designed for salmon, but I think it's more of a sea spinning rod, maybe a bass fishing rod or something like that. So here you can see a bit of the writing on the back of the rod there. It has a wooden buttstock and fairly primitive ferrule connectors, and most of the fittings on it are brass. Now what you see here is essentially bamboo, whole cane, and what you that mottled appearance that you see there that looks like modern camouflage, that's actually a technique called flaming, which was done to decorate rods in those days. And you do see quite a lot of rods with that on it, and it is quite attractive, I have to say. It blends in well with some of the garnet threading that we use. And what you see with the tip here is that it's made of a different material. Now in early 1900 it was quite common for rods to have a base stock made of beech, and maybe the top was made of split cane or something like that. In this particular case, the base of the rod is made of whole cane, which does make it a lot lighter in actual fact, and very, very strong, because bamboo is incredibly strong material. Bamboo, of course, was emulated later with Hardy and Aspendales making their hollow cane type rods, such as the Aero. And the tip of this rod is made of beech, and it is a pretty sturdy old rod. This particular rod, as you can see there, this is pegged. That's one of the sure signs that this probably was a spinning rod. It usually is the case that sea spinning rods particularly were pegged in order to take the forces that are involved in casting. And you see that's how the old rods used to fit together. It is a nice fit still. The eyes on this rod are made of ceramic, as you can see, and ringed with brass. And the ceramic, of course, is harder than glass, and it takes the line run out if you get like a powerful fish on the rod. When you have an old rod like this, the reels that go onto these, the original reels, I would probably use a spinning reel to be honest with this, but the original reels for these would have been something like this, or maybe a mallock turn reel where you have an open face and you cast, and then you turn the reel around when you want to wind. And there's a nice beautiful old reel to go onto it, and that is just superb once we get it in focus. So if you balance this rod out, it comes to pretty much where my finger is there. Now that is about right for a sea rod. You essentially, if you were on a fly rod, you'd want your balance point to be just before the reel there. However, on a sea rod, you've got to be able to get two hands on it and cast, and so you want most of the weight past the balance point to be on the rod itself rather than the handle. So if you ignore the wee plant pots in the background, you can see the Milwards companion, and it is probably very early 1900, because it may even be Victorian, because the way the cork's been put onto the handle is more of a layer rather than rings, which suggests it's earlier mid-century rather than later. And then you've also got a wooden buttstock, which most manufacturers weren't really using except George Wilkins. In early 1900 they were going for the new rubber materials from the Empire. So this could be, 1890s, this particular one. I'm not really sure. Not really sure when Milwards started, to be honest, but it is certainly early 1900 for sure, the way it's been constructed. Look at that flame bamboo, that is really gorgeous, and it's got very nice ruby windings on it, which is just superb quality. What a fantastic rod this is. And this is, of course, this is the kind of rod people buy for fishing restaurants and pubs to put on the wall as a display. So there we have it, the beautiful old rod, the Milwards companion. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Bye.